The following Toku Podcastu contains spoilers from both past and present Tokusatsu, anime, manga, movies and other related media. If you do not wish to be spoiled, we suggest turning off the podcast now. Otherwise, please enjoy the show.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Tokusatsu Podcastu. That's Jay.
Remember that time Sonic the Hedgehog nuked a bunch of innocent civilians?
Which time?
The first time.
Oh, so it was Penders' fault.
Yes, actually, that was Penders' fault, I think.
Oh my god.
Of course it fucking is.
Was it Penders or Bull? Yeah, they were responsible for the same shit. Doesn't matter.
Penders or Dobson, same person.
Dobson.
Honestly, dude, I saw that comparison image of both of them the other day. It really is scary how much they looked alike.
You really do. You really do.
Right?
I mean, Dobson's way fatter.
That is also true. That is also true. Look, Phil, we've already been canceled like 7 times this week. Who fucking cares? That's Phil, by the way.
Who's going to cancel us over fucking Ken Penders?
You know what?
We've gotten canceled.
You know what, dude?
Worse.
You know what? You say that, Jay, but we got canceled over fucking Kenzan, okay?
I mean, look, we did, but at the same time, nobody defends Ken Penders anymore because he does NFTs, so therefore he is worse than Hitler.
Apparently. We're on the same level as Ken Penders.
You want some topical jokes? There's a topical joke for you.
Like I said, we're on the same level as Ken Penders now, so it's fine.
I don't want to fucking be on the same level as Penders.
Me neither.
Right?
We'll blame fucking. You know what? Blame fucking Kenzan. It's his fault.
It is his fault.
It's his fault for being a shitty fucking character. Anyways,
I don't blame Kenzan. I know who I blame.
Oh no, I blame everyone.
Jesus?
That's Phil.
Yes, yeah,
I blame my gardener.
I had a bit of a drink, so I'm starting to get heat.
Phil, are you that much of a lightweight? You're like half into one glass and you're already wasted.
No,
Guarantee you, he hasn't even taken a sip.
No, I actually drank the whole bottle just now. I'm just also euphoric right now because of all the laughs we have.
Did you make a mixed drink? How do you have a full bottle of a mixed drink?
It's called Smirnoff Ice. You simpleton.
All right.
It's a screwdriver Smirnoff Ice. It's really good. Try some on a hot summer day by the pool.
If I had a pool, I would, Phil.
And if it was summer, I would too. It's middle of fucking winter. Anyways, so yeah, Dekaranger.
Yay!
Special Police Dekaranger.
This is the one that Jay's been wanting to do forever.
Yes, actually, unironically.
We both have.
Well, you know what? Let me start with saying. You know what? Let me start with saying this. It sucks. I'm just kidding.
I think Dekaranger sucks.
SPD is better.
Sucks. Yeah, SPD is better. I love it when they made Sky cry. Even though it made no sense for Scary.
Doggy Krueger looks much better in the American version.
I like Birdie's fucking cancer feathers.
Cat is way high. Never mind.
Anyways, so yeah, Dekaranger. So, Jay, what is Dekaranger?
Well, if I could manage to say it without stumbling over myself like a retard, this is where I do the opening narration, but I'm not going to try.
Do it.
So, no.
Do it.
No, I already tried, and I couldn't get it successfully one time without screwing up, so I'm not going to bother on live mic. So, Dekaranger is, well, it's a very simple show, because there's basically no plot. It's about space cops fighting alien criminals.
That's pretty much it.
That's the show.
I guess from there we just go right into the characters. Yeah. So let's go with Bon. I know Phil was kind of worried about what I would think about him. I love this guy. I like Bon. He's great.
Bon is very much an acquired taste because he does, especially immediately in his introduction, he is that very typical loudmouth dumbass Red that we've gotten like a billion times in the last 10, 15 years, but Bon is different mostly because, one, he's not a complete moron 100% of the time. He's actually fairly good at his job and fairly competent usually. And two, he actually develops as a person and as a character, and has episodes that matter and have him learn things that don't immediately get reset, and he can shut the fuck up.
Which is surprising for an episodic show.
Yeah. For such that's one of the big things I do really enjoy about the writing is that despite being a 99% episodic show with no real plot structure, sure, stuff in the episodes do matter. Characters do actually learn things, and it carries over from episode to episode.
And Bond is one of those things. I sincerely, like there's points where I think the director should have probably told, hey, Bond, shut the fuck up. But for the most part, he was fun. I like the guy. Like, he is, again, like Jay said, he is a very typical Red in that sense. But I think he's fun. You know what? I'm going to compare him directly to his writer counterpart of the same year, which is Kenzaki. They're very not like super nuanced characters, but they do their tropes so well that I don't think you can fault the character at all.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have stuff about them again, like Bond, like especially when Decker Break first debuted. Holy shit, dude, he was peeking that mic like nobody's business.
Oh
yeah. He gets really ramped up to like 12 during that arc for no particular reason, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, like legit, from word go, I had to actually lower down lower down the volume when I was watching the episode when he was on. 'Cause I was like, wow, you're fucking loud, dude. Shut up.
He really is. That's actually what I was worried about with him for you. I was worried that because you don't like loud characters like that, and he gets annoying at times.
Well, see, I wouldn't really mind him. I don't mind him because being loud isn't his. That isn't all he has. He's still a character.
Yeah. Like
he still has a character at the end of the day that I'm like, you know what? You're loud and you can have your points of annoyance, but you're still somebody that I can get behind because you're so endearing.
Later on, he actually becomes quite a really. I actually start really liking him. I did like him. I always knew that he was always his loudmouth. But as the show went on, he gets more and more likable.
Yeah, he definitely mellows out as the show goes on too. Especially after they get the power-up forms, and he kind of starts not necessarily fully maturing, because he still has his more childish moments, especially near the end, and the goofier, non-important episodes. But he definitely mellows out. He definitely starts to become less loud, less abrasive as the show goes on, which is also very much appreciated.
So, we're not going to... I should say this, we should have said this at the start. We're not going to compare them, but I do want to bring up, Jay, when you said that he was basically Bond Light with, an SPD, I don't see where you were getting that from at all, actually.
To be fair, it had been a very long time since I had seen Dekaranger when I had made that comparison, so I was remembering more Endgame Bond and in the reunion stuff that I did throughout most of the show, because I remember him being a loudmouth dickhead, but I remembered him mellowing out earlier on than he did in the show, and I remember him more in the more recent reunion stuff where he is that kind of more mellow, mature, responsible adult figure.
Oh yeah,
and that's kind of where I was getting that comparison from.
See, I see it way more between the blues, because literally Sky is just Hoji. 1-to-1. I mean, obviously not as good, but it's 1-to-1 what they're going for.
Not as handsome, not as entertaining, not as good.
Not
as
much looking like Banjo from Build.
He kind of does have the point.
Oh my god,
there's a couple of points where
chin, the haircut, and everything.
The nose,
nice.
Dude. It's the
nice,
nose.
Yeah.
But if you look at him in 10 years after, he looks a lot. He looks almost the same, but just older.
That honestly, that's
what
what I said
happens.
about most of the casts. They all really kind of aged gracefully,
Yeah.
very gracefully. I think with the exception of Tetsu, who got hit with the the elderly stick a little bit too hard, but everybody kind of aged pretty gracefully.
I said this the first time. I watched it, and please don't heckle me for this. When I actually said that Umiko actually looked better in 10 years after than she did in the show when it was airing.
I have not seen 10 years after, so I
AJ
don't know.
didn't watch it because he's not part of the cool kids club.
Yeah, because I was told that it wasn't important, so fuck you.
Well, it's not super important.
But it's fun.
It's
Fuck
fun,
you.
but it's not important. But again, nothing in the show is necessarily important plot-wise, because there is no plot.
There really isn't.
You're gonna find out really quick, people, that like this show is very much just like you get told from like word go. This show is not supposed to be taken very seriously. It's just a fun ride, and it is a fun ride. But let's go on with
that's a good thing that that's another big, not to spend the entire episode comparing to SPD, but that's one of the more drastic comparisons, that SPD tried to have a more serious tone throughout, but it kiddied itself up a little bit too much, so it comes off as a little weird. Whereas Decaranger's kind of the opposite, where it's really lighthearted and goofy and doesn't take itself 100% seriously, but at the same time, like, the villains of the week and all their schemes and everything are 100% like deadly serious majority of the time. So there's still a bit of a weird disconnect, but it works a little bit better here because the episodes are also better written because they have a real writers attached, and they have a cast that actually cares about what they're given, and
they didn't just copy paste.
The plot directly.
I should say this now though, like Jay said, we're not going to spend the episode comparing SPD to Dekaranger, but it will be coming up a couple of times, mainly because it's just too hard not to make these comparisons. Like, I'm not going to use SPD to prop up Dekaranger whatsoever, but it's just too blatant what they do with some of these characters in SPD that I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But speaking of that, we should go directly to Hoji, which is he's my second favorite character of the entire show.
Super cool and perfect, as he likes to say.
And back in the day, why is it that back in the day, Sentai characters, at least one of them, would always try to say English phrases?
Because
cool.
the shows were getting popular outside of Japan, so it was attention, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was just a cool.
I mean,
gimmick.
we had two of them. We had two of them this fucking season.
We did.
But I liked Hoji. He's cool. I don't know what it is about him. He's just cool. I like him.
Hoji's a weird example because he's that dickhead perfectionist character that you usually get. He's the too cool for school kind of like asshole character, but he never stops being that ass. There's never the episode where he has to learn to stop being such a perfectionist. Like, there's an episode where about him, like, oh, he's too much of a perfectionist at his job, and the moral isn't you need to learn how to lighten up a little bit. His moral is just you need to stop being such a dickhead and work with your team so you can be more of a perfectionist. Like, I like that.
Yeah.
They never try to use his nature as like a moral, which completely undercuts the character. I think a lot of it is also the way he plays off of Bond primarily, because they tend to get the most screen time together, where he's very much the cooler, more subdued, level-headed, I guess is the best way to put it, and then Bond's kind of the more erratic, chaotic individual, so they play off each other well there, and I think that also helps his character too. I love their dynamic. They really do. It's a really good dynamic between the two of them. I enjoy a lot of their scenes, and I love they have a very natural chemistry with each other.
Yeah, and not only that, but like every little bit of getting closer to each other feels earned. To the point where, like, that's the scene that her Bond, quote unquote, sacrifices himself. I'm like, you know what? This feels earned. I feel exactly what I'm supposed to feel here, and not just, oh well, I guess maybe they're friends. Like they feel like legitimate partners that just got split up, and I'm like, I like this. I like this idea. It's good shit. It's good shit with him.
Yeah.
And he's just a fun character all around too. I mean, hell, anything that can basically make me think of Rocky is pretty good for me.
That's fair.
Because that entire episode was fucking hilarious.
Really was.
The entire episode was fucking insane. Dude. Like, what the fuck was that?
Comedy gold.
He just trains
this entire show.
Like, I don't know, man. Like that. You know what? That also is something to say. The action in the show is really good because even in that comedic fucking fight, like that's supposed to be a comedic episode still. But they really put their all into that like underground fight scene. It was really good.
Oh yeah. The whole underground fight club episode is honestly one of the best episodes in the show.
It's a standout, and I really like what they do with Hoji there, where they show that like he will always try his best even if he sucks at something. And I'm like, you know what? I like that. That's cool. It's a cool episode.
It fits with his personality that had been defined up to that point. That he would want to get back into the fight club and not necessarily recover his shame, but more just try again where he failed, and that's a very natural arc for him to possess.
He had that. Remember when he got the Vice badge, and at one point he just said he couldn't accept it because of the case that got him the badge.
Yeah, I actually really liked that episode too, because it felt the whole show. Again, like Jay said, it doesn't take itself seriously, but when it does its dramatic moments, it really does elevate itself a bit more. Because like that episode in general was just a fucking heart punch for no fucking reason. Like when I turned that episode on, I did not expect to actually feel really bad for Hoji.
Well, well, it's like we like just how we talked about him this entire time. He's this like cool, badass, perfectionist cop, but when he has to do a case that'll get him not only a promotion to like one of the more elite classes of SPD, but the case actually involves him having to kill the brother of the woman he loves, and then he goes through with it. It shows that he does the job, but he'll do it at the cost of being happy.
It's a nice gut punch of an episode too. I do like the ending where he's just like, I'm not gonna take the power up because I don't want to see you guys improve without me. Basically, I think is what he said. It was just like it's such a good way to end the episode too, is that there's no like bullshit like, oh well, I didn't want it, it's whatever. It's no, I work best in this environment, and I need to see you guys improve as well. And I like that. That's a good way to end his character arc there.
I like the idea that the show has where, because I think the biggest draw into this show is that every single episode, and we'll get more into it when we talk about the other characters, I don't know if this is just me seeing it this way, but every episode kind of feels like a noir short story being put on screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like down to the narration, it's like I could see myself reading this in a novel. Like, and it's just an adaptation of that novel. It's really cool, and I actually really like the vibe that the show gives off, where it's just this like kind of noir cop drama. I don't know, there's just something about it that just feels cool.
I agree. Yes, you make a good point there. It's and then that's also because the very standalone, episodic nature of it too helps that vibe where you don't necessarily need to watch every single episode in order. There's no real plot arc or anything like that. So everything does just kind of feel like here's a random case, here's a random story the heroes have gotten into.
Yeah,
it's very very old school in that way.
Like old detective comics, I could totally see it like
I was
that.
More like like old Sentai as well was very much like that too. But yeah, kind of like old like detective stories and detective comics and stuff like that as well.
It's just has the Dekarangers as the characters instead of just Billy No Mates.
Like you could literally go into one episode. Well, there are some that you can't really do this with, but majority of the episodes with the show, you could just jump into, and you don't need to know what happened in the previous episode. I mean, it helps, but you don't really need to. And it works in that nature. You can just watch the show and from any point in time, and you'll be fine.
But again, I liked Hoji, and I like his little character arc where he learns. Well, he's still kind of a stick in the mud, but he's not overly a stick in the mud, which again is a direct contrast to what they did with him in SPD, which is just he keeps forgetting his fucking lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they never do that where they have the characters learn a lesson and then have it not matter again. And that's another good thing too, is that like everybody has that. Everybody has their moments where they grow and they kind of learn. And it's not like learn a lesson in the sense of like, oh, here's a moral to this story. It's no just, oh, here's something for me to grow on as a character, and never at any point do they feel like they forget about it.
You basically hit the nail on the head. It doesn't feel like a forced moral, like, oh, hey kids, don't pollute. It doesn't feel like that. It just feels more natural. Like this character legitimately went through something, and it's gonna stick with them throughout the whole show. And I like that. I like it when they write characters that way, because it doesn't feel tacked on. It doesn't feel forced, and it feels like an actual person, basically, which is what you want with your fucking characters. So I guess now we have to go to Sen, because I love Sen. He's great. He's a fucking Chad.
He's literally the best character in the entire show.
I was gonna say, I like that they managed to make the smart guy and the comic relief guy the same character and still make it work.
He's also like the most gentle one of the group, if that makes sense. He's literally the definition of don't fuck with the gentle guy, because if you fuck him, he will fuck you over 10 times in advance.
Yeah, Sen is a weird character where he starts off as like, when he's introduced, he's very much just kind of like a doof. He's just there kind of goofing around. Like there's I don't remember what episode there's in, but he's there like sitting at like the desk, and he has this like little paper eyes over his eyes. He's just like, he's pretending to be awake, and he's just kind of like being a goofball. But then he gets his first spotlight episode. It's like, oh, he's actually just like a complete genius, and he's a brilliant detective, but also he's just kind of a nut job. And I like that. It's a great character for him. And again, he plays off of everybody well, where he's just kind of this quiet, like, not as like philosopher almost. He's just kind of like, yes.
He's a thinking man.
Yeah, and then occasionally he'll say something like kind of weird, and that suddenly solves the case and whatever, because he's on like a completely different wavelength than everybody. He's like, I've already basically solved the case, but then I'm just gonna kind of wait for everybody to catch up.
I mean, the guy literally has.
And they never make him seem insufferable about it. They never have any episodes about him being like, oh, I'm so smart, or oh, whatever, I'm weird, or nobody likes me, or whatever.
He doesn't become Pickle Sen.
Yeah, he doesn't become Pickle or anything like that. he almost gets turned into a sandwich because he got crushed in a trash compactor. But other than that, no, he never became.
I turned myself into a pickle to a pickle bun.
That was actually
Pickle Sen.
That was actually a pretty good character a pretty good character backstory episode when he nearly gets crushed into the compactor. We see what gave him the motivation to become a police officer.
Yeah. Admittedly, that one feels a little out of place because the episode up to that point didn't really involve that, and it feels a little forced, admittedly, in that one. But I do like that, like, whenever we learn something about his backstory, like especially compared to the rest of the cast, he's just like, oh, my family was kind of broke, so and I was in trouble when I was a kid, and I wanted to be a cop because I got saved, and it's a very standard.
Yeah, a police officer literally called me an idiot and told me to nut up and shut up to get out of the well.
He doesn't dwell on his like faults, and I like that. He just kind of accepts them, which is weird because like you said, he's a thinking man. I see him more like he has the most zen of the entire group.
Yes.
Yeah. He accepts that sometimes he'll get mad, sometimes he'll fuck up, but he also accepts that for the most part, most things can be taken care of with a cool head. And I really like that about him, which is probably why he's my favorite character, because when he does have those passionate moments, like, for example, the episode with Pink getting fucking jebaited, like, that entire episode was just cool because you see his like emotional side, and it's something that you don't usually get to see. So when you see it, it's like, oh wow, I forgot this guy can literally beat the shit out of somebody.
That's what I love about him.
Personally,
and of course, yeah.
Personally, I like the episodes the most where he he's just fucking with the criminal the whole time. He's like, I already know you're the criminal, but I'm just gonna hear like dick around, basically. There's the first Spotlight episode where the what's her face, the weird water plant lady killed somebody, and like she's trying to blame it on a coincidentally existing other criminal, and Sen's already figured it out, but he just comes in and he's just fucking with her the whole time, and he's just making jokes about he's just goofing around, or there's a great one where there's the rich dudes doing like the most dangerous game kind of shit, and he just goes in,
holy shit,
fucking mimicking Columbo for no real reason. He's doing just one more thing shit.
Yeah,
it's great. I love that part of his character where he just already has figured everything out, but he's just gonna waste everybody's time and make them think that he's just like a complete spaz, and I like that. I really liked that about Sam.
But he stands on his head.
That's his thinking pose.
He's got his trademark thinking pose, which they copied in SPD for no particular reason.
No. They copied it once.
That's right. They only did
it one time. He did it one time, which is fucking weird because I thought, oh, is this actually something that Bridge just does that wasn't in Dekaranger? No. Sen does it quite a fucking lot. So I'm like, wait, why would you just copy that?
He does it like 15 times in the entire show.
Pretty much.
Is admittedly way less than I remember him doing it. I do remember him doing it like at least every other episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's just weird where it's like, why selectively copy something and then just don't do it? It's like, what the fuck?
Sounds about
But yeah, that is a pretty little funny quirk that he has. He just stands on his head.
I love that his sense of justice is actually really honorable. Like the episode where these rich pricks are basically playing a game of, oh, we'll kill somebody with our robots to get the shiny thing. And he literally goes ham on them. Am I saying it right? Is it ham? He goes ham on them.
Yes.
Because they actually killed a kid. Well, he didn't know the kid survived, but he's saying like, oh, you think this is a fucking game and you have no remorse that you killed a child? That's it. I'm not even taking you to jail. I'm going to kill you myself.
Honestly, the one thing keeping Sen from being like top favorite character is just like a lot of his standalone episodes just kind of suck. Like, there's the early one I mentioned, and then there's the one Phil was just talking about that I was mentioning too. Like, those ones are really good, but then like the rest of his standalone ones are just kind of bland. Like, there's the one with the fucking weird alien grandma, and that one sucked. And then there's like,
yeah,
what was there was another one like
actually
she's tens. What?
She's a recurring character, that alien grandma.
Yeah, she was only in like one other episode. So.
But she was. I always thought she was funny.
They didn't even bring her back. They didn't even bring her back for the big marriage scene in Space Squad. That's so weird. Anyway,
because she probably been like, "No, Jen didn't wait for me."
I know, right? Like they reused a bunch of random monsters of the week for background characters, but not like a character who actually mattered to Sen. Yeah, whatever. Not important. We're not talking about that movie right now.
One day.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's really the kind of the thing that keeps it from shining out a little bit more for me personally. It's just like a lot of his standalone episodes is just bad. Like he has good episodes where he's an important character, but he's usually sharing it with somebody else. The ones where he has the spotlight are like they're very hit or miss.
Yeah. I think I like him more, like you said. I think I like him more when he shares the spotlight, because then he isn't just the main focus, and it kind of helps him. It helps his quirks stand out a bit more, and it helps out a lot, especially when he's around somebody like Hoji or Umeko, who we'll get to. It's cool. It's good. I like him. He's a good character. He's not Pickle Bridge. He's God, I fucking love how that's just a thing now. It's Pickle Bridge. Did I ever tell you guys? Did I ever show you guys somebody who replied to me with that picture on Twitter?
No,
you didn't.
No, somebody replied to me with because I put Pickle Bridge on Twitter. Somebody replied under it with a picture of the Lightning Collection figure of Bridge with like a homemade dick on it.
Oh,
what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Like the picture had like the figure, and he made a dick for it.
All right, that's something I wanted to see.
It kind of looked like a rock, like he made it out of a fucking little pebble he found outside. Anyways, so now let's get to Umeko, the character that I'm surprised I actually liked.
See, that's weird because I don't like Umeko at all. I think she's the worst character in the show.
I don't think she's that bad.
She's not horrible.
Well,
she's not great.
I don't think she's that bad. She's like terrible or anything, but compared to everybody else, she's definitely the worst character on the show.
Yeah.
I think it's because she's that true. Plucky pink character that usually either has two settings, super serious or super duper annoying. If that makes any sense.
My issue with Umeko is that she just doesn't have anything to her as a character. Mm-hmm. Like everybody has like their own thing that makes them stand out. They have a gimmick. Like we have Bon, who he's like the hot-headed psychopath who just kind of throws the rule book out the window. You have Hoji, who's kind of the stuck-up perfectionist. Sen, as we just talked about, he's he's the Zen genius basically, but he's also kind of like a weirdo. You have Jasmine, who of course has psychic powers, and she's also like the cool mature one. And Umeko is
she takes baths.
Yeah. Yes.
I think it's more of the fact that I like the episode she's in because usually what's going on around her is way more entertaining than she is herself. Like
the
complete example when
baby.
She is. Like, for example, the episode where she is switched places with the princess, I just like the slapstick in that episode because I think it's funny and I like slapstick.
Oh yeah, that
like
was
the whole
good.
thing. Like the whole thing with the what was the fucking guy's name? I don't remember. But the Chamberlain, like he grabs her, like, oh my god, the princess has been shot, and then he realizes it's not actually her, and he doesn't even just drop her. He throws her fucking back down. Like he literally just goes, fuck that, just boom. Like that shit made me fucking die. But that's the thing. It's more of the fact that I like the episode she's in, not her herself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I get what you mean, because there are a few episodes where she is the star that I enjoy. Like, it's not a particularly great episode, admittedly, but there's the one with the alien who speaks in opposites. Who has a bomb. That one's like, it's not a very good episode, but I enjoy that one, and she's good in that episode because her role, her character, what little character she has works with the plot, but at the same time, like, Umiko just doesn't stand out from the rest of the cast. She's just like loud and annoying and overly optimistic, and that's about all I can really say about her as a character.
Yeah, she's not great.
Honestly,
No.
My two favorite episodes with her are the ones with the one with the alien baby, because it's got one of the best what's that? What do you call the thing? The scenes that are before the opening?
I believe they call it a cold opening.
The cold opening. That's one of the funniest cold openings in that show. In my opinion, it's pretty damn funny. But it actually also shows her more mature, nurturing side. Like if she were a mother, she'd actually make a really good mother when you look at it. That's what I liked about it. She showed that she can be responsible.
That in Space Squad.
Yes, I know. In Space Squad, she gets married and she's about to become a mother. But
is she the one? No, it's Jasmine.
Jasmine's the one who does the Mama Force.
She's the one. No, she's the one who has the telepathic breast milk.
Yes.
Okay,
yes, that's what you're thinking of.
But the other one I like.
Honestly, I can't say I'm surprised Phil likes that episode, because the only thing I remember about that one is Jasmine constantly sexually harassing Umiko by telling her to take her tits out.
It was one time, but
she says it like 3 times.
Yeah,
Phil.
That's true. But
anyways,
the other
one.
I
think it's just Arakawa letting his fetish just a little too far.
The other one I like is the one with, as we mentioned before, Sen. The episode where Sen basically beats the crap out of her boyfriend because he's actually a manipulative, killing asshole. It's not because of her in the episode. It's her just it's her basically breaking down and just like letting it all out. Because we don't get that a lot in Sentai. We really don't, especially in today's Sentai, in modern Sentai. We don't get that. And I like seeing those types of, emotional scenes.
Again, it's a thing of I think her episodes prop her up more than they would if she was not in them. But again, that's also a thing of I think anybody else would be put in those episodes and probably would be just as good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think it's something like that. But let's go to Jasmine, because I actually really like Jasmine too. I really like Jasmine.
Dekaranger.
Can I be honest? I feel like she didn't get that much development, in my opinion.
No, she gets pretty decent development, I think, throughout. She has. That being said, I think the problem is more that they kind of do it all really early on.
Yeah.
So in the later half of the show, she doesn't really go anywhere too much.
That's the problem. Like there's the episode with the kid who's also an Esper and actually becomes her future husband later on,
which is a little uncomfortable for me. But I mean, whatever. It's the same. At least they brought the same actor back, so it's not too weird.
It's a
fucking
an
vast
age
difference because she's like 20 and he's like
10,
9, I think.
I think he's like 10, and then he's probably gonna be like, "Hey, you know what? You're into who you're into, okay?"
It's still a little weird.
Yeah.
Besides,
at least it's not like what they did in SPD where he becomes Deca Break.
Oh my god, I would have fucking shot myself.
Yeah.
That was the funniest shit. Well, then again, I guess it depends on who you are. What's worse, marrying the kid or making him Deca Break?
Good point.
Yeah.
So don't worry. I know Jasmine has psychic powers, but the show will remind you every single time she uses them.
It does? I didn't notice.
Well, what is she?
Dude, honestly, Jay, I think the Esper powers came out of nowhere. I didn't. I mean, come on.
I
no
mean,
foreshadowing,
listen.
no establishment. I mean, come on. Jay.
Oh my god.
I mean, listen.
Espers in the future, please.
It's not the future. It's not the future, AJ.
It's the future to me.
I wish it was the future, though. Yes, but I know Jasmine wa Esper de Aru, and I totally botched the pronunciation on that, but fuck you. Still, I know she has psychic powers, and I know it's very confusing because she never reminded me. Yes, Chad, I know you're there. I know you can hear me. All right, I know you said not to acknowledge you, but I'm going to acknowledge you, dick. And
Just for Esper de
Chad,
now just take that audio clip and play it times 1,000.
Jasmine is Espa.
we're gonna put a big thing on the thumbnail that says Jay is a dumbass. Yeah. Anyways,
I mean, it's true though. I mean, they just don't foreshadow it, dude. It just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, not at all. But that's the thing. It's weird because like I do like Jasmine. I think she's one of the better characters, but also like there isn't really much to say about her. I mean, I like her character arcs where she tends to have more of the serious episodes of the show where she's usually with a criminal or she's involved with like a personal investigation, and that's her kind of like her whole story about like, oh well, I have weird psychic powers, so everybody hated me. But then I learned that, who fucking cares? I have psychic powers. Much like all psychics, she learns that who fucking cares what people think because I can hear what they think. Anyways, because
she has one of my favorite episodes with Inspector Cho. I love that episode.
Oh, that's a really good one.
That episode, legitimately, I was like, wow, this is fucking good.
It is.
Because the thing is, they could have gone like the super obvious route, and she finds out that he's been doing this and blah 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 blah, and oh no, he's actually evil. It's all bullshit. But no, they make it like a legitimately heartwarming, tragic story, and I'm like, wow, I like this. It also helps that it's just Death Wish with an Esper, but still, it's great.
It's true.
True.
They even kind of make him look like Charles Bronson.
A little bit.
I think
they give him the wrinkles and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Why does he look like Charles Bronson?
Knowing Arakawa, that's probably deliberate. So.
Yeah, because it's also an homage to like old style detective shows. Like I when I think of trench coats and old detectives, I think of Humphrey Bogart in The Maltese Falcon.
Again, I like that episode so fucking much because it really does show off Jasmine's character a bit more than we usually get in the show, and it's something that I think Sentai is kind of lost nowadays, where it's a very subtle character. She's not screaming it at the top of her fucking lungs, but she has a very subtle character, and I think for what it is, it's done pretty well.
I do like the episodes where she and Umiko team up. I mean, I get it's the the girl episodes with some parts of the internet thinking that, but honestly, they have very good chemistry.
Well, I mean, the show kind of brands them that themselves because they have their own special ending theme.
That is true.
This is also true.
But they do work well together. Like the Umiko identity crisis episode where she wants to be taken more seriously as an adult, and Jasmine basically slaps in the face saying, "Will you stop being me? Because I respect you for you, not because you're trying to be me. How can I respect you if you're not being who you are?"
Now take your tits out.
I just kind of don't like that episode because it's dumb and the monster of the week is dumb and the plot doesn't really go anywhere. But I get your idea, and I like the dynamic between Jasmine and Umiko, where Jasmine's kind of the more straight-laced cop and Umiko's kind of her goofy sidekick, and the two naturally play off each other really well. And I like that. I like Jasmine, and at the same time, I like that she's able to be a little goofy too. Like she's making dumb puns the entire time, or she's just kind of like half the time she's just kind of like mumbling to herself about fucking nonsense when the plot's going on, and it's just all right. Yeah, Jasmine's gonna have a scene where she talks. That's fine. I like it. I like that. She has I think also too is that she also tends to be like the first one to kind of go into action more so than not as much as Bon, who Bon will like the second the second something happens, he'll immediately run there on foot like a psychopath.
Pretty much.
Jasmine is usually the first one in action most of the time, which I think is also a nice change too, because usually the Girl Rangers, they don't do that.
And she's also an Esper.
Yes, she also has psychic powers.
That is very true.
It's kind of wild. Honestly, dude, legit, real talk, I would never touch a single fucking surface around that woman. Like,
I'd
holy
wear
shit!
a fucking hazmat suit going into anywhere with an Esper.
I would treat her like Jean Grey. I would just be 6 feet away from this bitch.
Well, I mean, I would treat her like Jean Grey and kill her because Jean Grey needs to die. But assuming she's any other psychic other than Jean Grey, I would agree.
Before the Phoenix Force.
Again?
Before
like,
the Phoenix
Jean Grey's died like 17 times.
Yes,
dude.
and she needs to stay dead, goddammit. But
look, dude, I'm sorry, but the Phoenix Force still sells, unfortunately.
Guys, you can still keep Jean Grey around, but keep her away from the Phoenix Force.
we don't want Jean Grey around.
Why don't we
Nobody
want
likes
Jean
Jean
Grey
Grey.
around?
Because
she's
she's
a whore.
I'm sorry, you gotta talk to you gotta tell me why she's a bitch. Because I'm an X-Men pleb.
Because she's a whore.
Because she's a psychic. Anyways, not the point.
Everyone knows that
psychics.
Everyone knows that psychic muties who are psychics are automatically evil people.
They are. They
Xavier
always are.
Charles Xavier wasn't evil.
Look,
Yes,
I'm just saying. Magneto should have not been the one to get that retcon backstory. Okay. Anyways,
I agree because the idea of just like you can touch something and you can know immediately everything that's fucking happened forever and ever touching that object is just that's one of those weird elements that the show just kind of never really acknowledges about just kind of how horrifying as a concept that is. I mean, they touch upon it with Jasmine's backstory where they talk about like, oh, I couldn't control my powers, so I constantly heard everything, and that kind of plays up the horror of it. But then the idea of, oh, I have full control over my abilities and I can just know anything ever is kind of fucked.
yeah.
That being said,
honestly,
at the same
dude,
time,
I would hate to be her in her own fucking house too.
Oh my god!
Like, God, dude, I can only imagine.
She must live in like a fucking padded cell.
Yeah, think about think about it now. With 10 years later, when she has a son, imagine like when he gets older and she like pats him on the head, and she's gonna think, and it's gonna be like, what the hell is he thinking?
Ugh. Terrible.
Yeah,
you know what? At least she'll never be able to hide the weed.
Anyways, on the other hand, I was going to bring up before we went on that tangent. The show also loves to conveniently forget that she has psychic powers at the immediate moment where it would be the most useful. Like, for example, there's the episode where Hoji gets his brain swapped into the alien. And Hoji actually thinks about, oh wait, she's a fucking psychic. Let me just force her to use her powers on me. And at no point does she ever think to like, oh yeah, maybe we should do that. But like whenever there's like, oh, this guy is obviously lying to us. Why don't I just use my psychic powers to get the truth? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because that would destroy the plot of the episode. There are so many episodes where they do that.
To be fair,
it's one of those things where, unfortunately, it is a power that no matter what you do with, it's gonna be overpowered. Like, you have to be really careful with that, which is why I can kind of understand. Oh, like, she's wearing her gloves right now, so okay, she doesn't know. But like you said, there's points where I'm like, all right, you know this guy's lying to you. You know this guy's bullshitting. So just take your glove off and punch him or something.
Anyway, speaking of overpowered, let's talk about Doggy Krueger.
Doggy fucking Krueger. Holy shit, what a difference America to Japanese makes.
Yeah, the Japanese actually make it a point of when he says, I'll come in to help you when you need my help, and he stays that way. He only comes in when he needs to.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about giving him an actual fucking character.
Yeah.
Like personality.
I love Doggy Krueger.
Now you know, AJ. One of us. One of us.
He's great. Like, legit, he's great. I love his personality. I love the little character moments that he has with everybody else. And the thing is, unlike Doggy Krueger from SPD, where he was just like an old curmudgeon, he has moments of warmth to the range. I mean, fuck's sake, that final scene where he's hugging everybody almost fucking got me.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, dude, this
good.
feels good. This feels
So
good.
Or like when
I'm so jealous.
I forget what the end of the episode was, but when they all agree to go out and they're like, "Boss, why don't you come with us? Boss is treated." He's like, "Well, He's like, "All right, it's on me." Like he literally says, "Fine, all right, I'll pick up the bill for you guys."
He's cool.
He feels like that cool old. He's got very much got that old samurai vibe to him, where he's battle worn and world weary, but like he's not like a total like dickhead. He's serious when he needs to be, but he can still kind of relax, and he still has that, you know, for lack of a better word, human element to him, where he feels like a real person, despite being a giant blue dog man in a costume.
I will say it is kind of unnerving that they made a legit fucking fursuit for under that suit.
Dude, listen, the fact that they detailed as much of his body without his clothes on as they did, it is, it has made certain things very terrifying and certain things very enjoyable, and let's leave it at that. I'm just surprised they didn't go further, but you know, this is a kids show, so there's no reason to.
Let's not go there, sister.
I do gotta say, I love that. I love his uniform. His uniform is like, I love it. I love those. I love those robe-like overcoats.
I believe they call those trench coats. But just his costume in general is really good. Like, I love the patterning with the fur, and you know, it's obviously like the fake kind of fur for the costumes. I just love the color scheme and the design work, where he's got like the blue, and then there's the black segmenting stripes with the white, and everything kind of flows together really well. And I love like the patch of fur on the chin that kind of looks like a goatee. Every kind of element of his design really works well. And
it feels deliberate,
and he's
too.
Fun. Like AJ said, he's fun.
Yes, he feels like this is like a real creature, and even despite the fact that it's very obviously a man in a fursuit, even though, you know, even compared to the SPD one, where they play it up and they make it more alien, but then it looks more like a costume because it looks too detailed.
Are you telling me the dreadlocks were not realistic?
Well, no, because they were very obviously solid pieces of plastic. But
also like with SPD's version of it, this is a nitpick thing. It actually makes his head bigger, and and when you look at him in helmet, unfortunately, one person who shall not be mentioned brought that fact up. How does his head fit in there? They even bring that up in Dekaranger, where they ask him, what happens to your snout with the helmet? He's like, I don't want to talk about it.
Don't ask. Yeah. You don't want to know.
I love that.
I've seen shit you people wouldn't believe.
I got to get out of the way. Jay, I never used to be a fan of that suit. I know why you do. That suit of his, badass.
No, you don't. You don't know why I like Doggy Krueger.
Why? No, you don't. Why do you? Okay, so let me ask you. Why do you like the?
No.
Phil, please.
We're not getting into this.
You don't want to have that discussion with me. Trust me. But that's not the point. We're not going to have that discussion right now or ever.
Is it because he's a swordsman?
No, Phil, drop it.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that, Phil. Let's go with that. No,
there's literally an episode where like what
Phil,
AJ said with that sword.
For fuck's sake,
motherfucker!
No. I'm not.
I'm being inappropriate on our internet show. You don't need to know any more than that.
Holy shit, Phil.
I
think I figured it out.
God, he's got the head like an orange.
No, I'm.
Anyways,
no, what I was going to say was, AJ brought up that whole. I think it was you or AJ brought up that whole old samurai mentality. There's literally an episode where he fights someone with the same sword with similar sword as him, and we find out that that's how he learned how to become a swordsman.
Doggy Krueger has big bulging muscles.
He did.
Even in the suit, he has muscles.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually kind of a funny little thing that they gave him muscles in the suit. I was like, all right, overcompensation.
But I think another thing I do like, and I did briefly just kind of make a joke about it, is that I like that they introduce him as being like the absolute like toppest of top shit in the organization and just the team in general. And at no point do they ever make him job other than in like the big finale, which is where it's just required. Like, I like that. I like that he shows up. He's like, I am the most powerful person on the planet. Also, don't ask me for help because I'm too powerful and I'm going to destroy the plot if I get involved. And they stick to that.
Yeah.
Whenever he shows up, he's always consistently the most powerful character, and the only reason he ever jobs out is because he needs to sell a toy or whatever.
That's what I literally
I will
said
say it's
earlier.
kind of
one episode where he does that.
I will say it is pretty interesting how early he comes into the show, because SPD brought him in like halfway in. But this one, they bring him in like what, episode 13, 12,
Episode 13.
High
yes.
Noon Dogfight, my favorite episode. In
Yeah,
the
so
entire
like
show.
it's kind of weird how like they bring him in so early. I was kind of surprised that they brought him in that early, earlier than fucking Deca Break.
Well, I think comparatively is that SPD is also much shorter as a show, so I think it's more noticeable how late into the show he comes in. But at the same time, yeah, it is very surprising that he comes in as early as he does, because even back then we didn't get extra heroes that early. I mean, nowadays, yeah, sure, we get this the Sixth Rangers like episode 10 or 11 or whatever, what the fuck. But now, like back in the 2000s, no, they took their sweet time to show up.
But Jay, who's the real Sixth Ranger?
Deca Break.
Technically,
Allegedly, supposedly,
officially,
according to who?
Toei.
Toei's a bullshitter.
Well, that's true.
Well, he literally has the
Look,
Roman numeral
all I
6
know is
across
that-
his chest.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything, Phil, because Deca Master has 100.
Okay, so what
There's
does?
the one in the movie that had 10.
Okay,
and then,
okay, wait,
then
hold on.
Whatever
Then
the
there's
fuck
then
is
there's
on-
Deca Triangle with like a triangle.
So what constitutes a Sixth Ranger? Is it by Toei's logic? Oh wait, Toei's logic, or is
Yes.
it by when they come
Yes.
in the show?
Toei's logic.
Toei's logic. We're not having this fucking discussion again, Phil.
I'm not having
is
this
a fucking
discussion again.
meme.
You
It's
guys
the
are the
same
ones
as who-
confusing it.
It's
This
the
is a
same as
meme.
who the hell are the secondary writers. It's whoever the fuck Toei says it is this week.
You guys were
We're
literally
not
the ones.
doing this again.
I am not having this discussion with you guys.
This is a meme. It's a meme, Phil. It's a joke.
You know who else
yuck
is
yuck.
a meme?
You.
Is Doggy
Your mom.
Krueger. Yes.
Doggy Krueger.
I like too that what was I gonna say? No wait, we already said that. Never mind. I think that's also I think that's another problem too, is that because he also is like, I'm too powerful, I'm just gonna not do anything. He never really interacts with the plot other than to dump exposition, which is a little disappointing. But at the same time, it does make it, when he actually does get involved in the plot, that much better. Because
Yeah,
then,
honestly, I'm kind of surprised how little they use him in the overall scheme of things, like to fight. And I'm like, oh wow, okay, I'm with that. I like that idea.
They definitely reserve him, and I think that makes when he shows up that much better.
Something
that
that
and
a
the fact
Sentai
that,
nowadays should know.
Yeah, that and it's Tetsuo Inada, so immediately any fight is improved by having his voice show up.
This is also true.
He does.
I guess now we have to talk about Deka Breek.
Tetsu.
Tetsu. Is it just me, or is he?
He's fine.
Does he have a character digression?
Just a little bit. I do remember him kind of becoming like a goofball by the end, but I don't remember him becoming so goofy so early. Like I remember him kind of like, yeah, they start to use him as like a joke kind of near the end, but no, it's like immediately after his debut, he's like, they've got him
They
like
plow through his arc.
They fucking plow through his arc. I mean, that's, relatively standard. They usually plow through the Sixth Ranger arcs.
Well, sure, but like this was like, they didn't even give him a chance to be an asshole.
No, they didn't. He shows up to be an asshole for one episode, and then suddenly he's just a part of the team. And
He's just like, you know what? Sorry, guys, I was a dick. And that's it. He's done.
No, but
and then the very next episode, he gets kidnapped in a pointless episode, and then he's cross-dressing, and then he's just getting
And then he
beat
gets
up.
spanked by his mom.
and then he
Yes.
goes to find his parents' killer.
Yeah, that was
Which is the funniest fucking thing to see how they adapted that in America. Because what the fuck?
Yeah, they get.
Well, then I guess it makes sense because fucking Deca Break wasn't in SPD.
He wasn't a fucking character.
No, he was just a suit. That's the thing. He was just a suit.
Yes, I know, Phil.
Yes, we remember. We saw it.
Yeah, they.
We reviewed it.
Yeah, they
We
took.
did an episode about it.
We talked about it. Anyways, but yeah, fucking Deca Break. He gets spanked by Deca Shine or whatever. No, it's Deca
Right.
Bright.
Deca Bright.
You can be forgiven for not remembering because she was in one fucking episode and has never appeared again.
How the fuck do you make an entirely new suit and then just be like,
How do you do that twice in the same show?
We'll get
this
to,
is also true.
We'll get to that when we get to Swan. But
Swan was used more than once.
But
no, she wasn't.
Let's talk about
Let's
talk about Deca Break.
Other than unless you're counting the big group shot at the end, no, she only transformed one time.
Anyways,
what I was saying with the digression part is, okay, he is a Vice agent. He was introduced as Vice, like the special, basically the commando elites of all of SPD. But after his introduction, he just doesn't act like it. He gets jobbed around like every other Sentai person. Now I get it, like every other member. Now I get it. You know that's Sentai. Like they're gonna get jobbed around and stuff. But he should at least put up a bit more of a fight because he's a Vice agent. He should be able to take them on before getting jobbed.
See, what I was thinking more along the lines of that, Phil, is I kind of wish he used his Vice credentials a bit more.
Yes.
Because there's a few times where I could see him using that to their advantage. Because really, he doesn't act like... If you wanna compare it, it's like the Army to the Marines. He doesn't act like a Marine. He doesn't act like he should ever, because he just becomes a jobber, basically. Which is weird, because I don't remember a Six Ranger becoming a jobber this fucking fast. Like, this guy, from word go, is basically a fucking job. Like, even in his introductory arc, he's a jobber. Which is like, what the fuck?
It's weird, just like how much of a chump Tetsu becomes so quickly. And admittedly, it is kind of varied from writer to writer. Like, Arakawa tends to keep it more balanced, and then I think is it Takagawa or whoever I think Yokode? I don't remember. There were three writers. There's Arakawa, who does the best episodes, and because he has a good balance. And then there was, let me look up the names real quick. So you had Junki Takagami, who did more serious episodes. And then you had Michiko Yokode, who did more of the comedic episodes. And it's kind of noticeable when who's writing who, because Yokode tends to write Tetsu more as like a doof than he usually is, and it kind of varies from there, which is kind of more noticeable because the rest of the cast really isn't that changing. Like, everybody's pretty consistent from writer to writer, except for Tetsu, which is weird. It's kind of noticeable because like there are some episodes where he's acting like a complete man-child, and he's like getting beat around and made fun of, and then there's other episodes where he's acting like he's supposed, like he was early on, where he's the straight-laced, uber hardcore special unit guy, and he's just kind of like, he's been so integrated into the procedures of his unit that he just like, he doesn't remember how to like be a normal person again. And I kind of like that angle where they're kind of setting it up where like he is just so focused on the regulations and the rules of being a Dekaranger that he just doesn't remember how to like be a normal person. And I wish they did spread that out a little bit more, but yeah, they dumped that pretty much immediately, and now he's just like, I'm just one of the guys, all right, whatever.
See, if they had found a balance where he has his more serious moments when he has to, but his real personality is more of a slacker, I guess, I think that would have been a bit better than just kind of just flip-flopping really weirdly. Because like you said, in the more comedic episodes, I almost don't recognize him sometimes. It's like, why are you acting this way all of a sudden?
Yeah.
It's weird, but I don't know. I feel like what really gets to me is just the fact that he really is just a fucking jobber. Like, he really does become just a jobber, more so than any of the other Rangers, I think, which is kind of surprising, honestly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because, he can move at the speed of fucking light. Did we forget about that?
Yeah, he's got super speed, and he's
a speedster.
He's able to do that without his arms coming out of their sockets.
It's science. Whatever. He's got
Dude, it's the Speed Force.
Yeah.
He has the Speed Force.
If he had Speed Force, he could run faster. He wouldn't need that unicycle that is clearly CGI'd.
Fucking... Oh,
fucking
don't remind
unicycle.
me.
Dude, that motorcycle is hilarious. Honestly, the CG in this show is pretty fucking hilarious.
I love it how.
But again, it's 2004.
2004 for you.
I love it how with Lightning Collection, the only way to
take
get
a shot
his figure,
take
you
a
have to
shot
get
every
that bike.
time fucking Dekaranger Robo does that god awful barrel roll. Ugh.
It looked cool in 2004 to somebody.
It looked cool before we had 1080p. Yeah.
Now we can just
Yeah,
see
I
it.
will say the HD transfer. It looks good in some places, but in others, it's no.
Nah, ain't no good.
I think
Can we just actually before we get into Swan because she doesn't have a character? Can I just mention why the fuck was there something called Deca sodomy in this show?
Deco what?
Listen, this show is all about just like putting fucking English everywhere. All right. I don't.
So
I think they just fucking found a random word. See, at least that's an example that makes sense because like that's at least makes sense in context. There, that's just let's just fucking use a random word. I don't fucking know what they fucking meant by that. I've been wondering that for years.
Dude,
look at the rest of the text.
when
The
I
rest of the
saw
text there
that,
is gibberish.
when I saw that, I was like, Deca what? What?
Deca sodomy.
Sodomy?
How do you think I felt?
Oh my god, Jay.
It's like it's I don't even. I was like baffled when I read that the first time. I was like, does that actually say that? Am I losing my mind? That it has to be an edit. Like somebody edited the fucking episode file. But no,
Somebody went in and just pulled a fucking acer on us.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like I've seen weirder, but no, that's in the show.
They just commit decasodomy every episode.
Yeah.
What the fuck, guys?
I don't know, man.
Honestly, when I saw that, I laughed my fucking ass off. Like, for a good 15 minutes. Because I was like, why? Why? Who thought this was okay? Who greenlit this?
I don't know.
I think they just.
I think
Sorry, what were you saying?
Dekaranger was just kind of throwing money around. I wouldn't be surprised if they paid somebody to just cover that one.
Oh my
God.
Dude,
Just
look,
pretend that never happened.
they had a guy who spoke perfect fucking English. You don't think the guy was going around seeing dailies and he was just like, I don't think you know what that word means. Like, I don't think you guys know what
Who's
sodomy
speaking
means.
perfect English? Because there wasn't anybody on this show I remember speaking perfect
The
English.
guy for HQ.
Oh,
that's right. Yeah. The fucking announcer voice guy. I was like, oh yeah. I forgot about
He
him.
speaks perfect English. You don't think he was walking around one day and he was just like, Deca what?
Probably not, because he's probably in like a phone booth in fucking Hokkaido or whatever.
Phone
recording the
booth,
dialogue.
okay.
Look, it was 2004. Phone booths still existed.
No, they did it all on cassette tapes, dude. Recorded on a Walkman, send over the cassette tape. Sodomy aside, it's Deca Swan.
Uh,
what?
She's in one episode as a ranger, and then otherwise she is the support team.
Well, that actually doesn't make sense. She's not a fighter. She's not supposed to be a fighter.
She wants to give the boosie to fucking Doggy.
Yeah.
It's not bussy if she's a girl. AJ.
I said pussy.
No, I'm pretty sure you said bussy.
Honestly,
No.
I mean, listen, I know I'm a degenerate.
I think you're thinking of Deca sodomy too much here.
I actually think that's a cute. I think that's a cute little relationship they have. It's subtle.
cute in this show because Doggy doesn't have a wife, unlike
seriously,
SPD.
what the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah, but in the other one, she's
Unlike
dead. He thought she was
SPD,
dead.
Doggy does.
That
It doesn't matter.
That doesn't make it better, Phil.
It doesn't matter. They still gave him a wife for no reason.
It makes it more uncomfortable because now there's the air of like the whole replacement wife and everything like that, and especially when she turns out to be alive.
Yeah.
Not the point. We're not talking about
Dude,
that
like,
show.
dude, could you imagine the conversation that they must have had at the dinner table? It's like, he must have been plowing that woman for years before his wife came back.
Oh yeah.
But anyways,
But look, Swan isn't
once
really
again, Deca sodomy aside.
She's not a fighter though, so she's the tech expert, so it makes sense that she doesn't go out there and fight all the time, except in that one episode.
Yeah, but it just comes off as weird how like they give her a suit for no reason.
It's a nice suit,
like literally no reason. It's like, all right, I guess you're a Dekaranger now.
But they even say like, why don't
I mean, I guess theoretically speaking, yeah, anybody and everybody could have a suit if they have the license, the badge. So it makes sense.
But hers is like she can't transform. She can only transform every 4 years.
No. That was another thing that I remember. Like I remember it being like a hard coded limit. No, I went back again, and she's like, I just try not to do it. I'm like, oh, so you could just be there all day, every day. Okay. Which raises the question of why there's only 5 fucking Dekarangers on the planet in any given
Well, she
time.
did. Oh, yeah. Then she was. Then it was a mistranslation because in the penultimate episode, she does attempt a transformation.
Yeah. Anyways, more to the point, I like Swan as a character. She's both like the tech support, and she's got like. She's this weird motherly role, I guess. Where
I was about to say
she's
that.
a secondary mentor.
What?
She's a secondary mentor.
Pretty
Basically,
much.
She's more of a mentor, like the traditional type of mentor, than Doggy is, because she's usually the one who doles out the life advice. But I think they both work together because Krueger's more the hard lesson, you know. He's the wise mentor, you know. He's the wise kung fu master where he teaches you a lesson, but he's a dick about it, so you learn it. And then she's kind of more of the traditional mentor where she kind of gives these sagely wisdom quotes, and that's where they, you know, there's more of that kind of nurturing role to it. I think
Literally the father
together.
and the mother type of thing.
Yeah.
Yes, which makes sense because they are a thing together, and I remember it being a little more blatant in the show than it was, but it's surprisingly like it only comes up every now and then.
It took him 10 years to finally just say like, "Hey, Swan, I love you."
Yeah, took Doggy 10 fucking years to finally be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I love you, capital L love." I mean, granted, by that point she wasn't working for them anymore, so I guess it wasn't as weird.
Yeah, because
It's like the Macho Man proposal. Will you marry?
I think that's what was
Pretty much.
I think that was what was keeping him from like, you know, pursuing a relationship. It was the fact that they work together. It gets weird when you're dating coworkers, especially in the same
Yeah,
department.
not that would you know.
Oh, God, dude.
Jay,
Come on.
Shut-
You don't gotta do him like that. Shoot.
Listen, I only speak from experience. I don't know either. Trust
You
me.
don't gotta do it like that, man. Shit.
my God, that was uncalled for, Jay. That was so uncalled for. That was so uncalled for, you
Oh my
jackass.
God.
Listen, Phil, I've been talking about my disgusting habits all episode, all right? I've been putting myself on blast just as much as I am you.
Okay.
So what you're saying is Phil is also into decasotomy.
Well, I
No.
mean, he's
I'm putting
he's
that.
served-
I have to put that on a T-shirt, dude.
I don't
Although, funny enough, when we were talking about Jasmine and the age difference with her and her husband, dude, we forgot. I literally remember at one point Deca Break wanted to get it on with Swan.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is they have like they set up a weird thing with him and Swan that just like it goes nowhere, but like they bring it up like every now and then. I want to say that's mostly Yokode's episodes because I know there's the half clip show where Tetsu decides to fucking dress up as Swan to lure out a monster of the week.
And
And he gets
Doggy
really mad that it's targeting Swan. And then he gets really mad that the monster cares more about him than Swan.
Well, Doggy
is-
gets mad as well.
Well, they both get mad, but yeah, that was really weird. I don't know why they did that because that didn't really go anywhere.
Actually, that
Look, you know what?
that
I
episode was
don't
funny.
blame him because he was basically raised by a dumb MILF. So
That episode.
I mean, hey,
I will tell you, I figured that out. When they said get away from her, and it was the girls, I was like, wait a minute. If I figured out before they even figured out, it's like there's one more woman there. It's got to be Swan.
well, yeah, because the episode would be over too soon if it was just one of the two.
Phil uses his deductive reasoning, something he doesn't do very often.
Yeah,
Anyways,
stretching that wisdom score there.
Actually, that was.
oh man,
Wait, what episode? Although I do love when he tries to put his arm around Swan, she just ducks and it's like, yeah, no, that ain't gonna
again,
happen.
I don't really get why he wanted to fuck Swan, because they kind of just drop it after a while, anyways. So I'm just like, that's kind of.
I'll say.
I guess it was
Okay.
like she was the kind of the one that kickstarted his transition to stop being such a stuck-up dickhead, but at the same time, like they have no chemistry beyond
there's
that.
a reason. There's a
sense.
reason, and hear me out. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Younger guys tend to have a thing towards older women because they think they're more experienced.
Don't project your fetishes on my boy Dekaranger.
Your experiences are not universal, Phil.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a common thing, okay? It's a
just because you're a coffin hunter doesn't mean
I'm not a
Dekaranger
coffin hunter. I'm just saying. I'm from my contemporaries. They have. There are
my
many
contemporaries, aka the guy in the mirror.
No, I know a few guys who have said that there's something about older women that they find attractive.
Yes, he finds them on buttfuckgrandmaforums.org. Anyways,
I'm not talking.
Moving on.
Oh my god,
Moving on. Let's talk about Frieza.
AJ, you're a jackass sometimes.
Frieza!
And why I love him. Dude, Frieza is great. I'm gonna just call him Frieza because it's just Frieza. Only if he was like a.
Yes.
Wow, it's almost like I just said that. Anyways.
I mean, look,
yes.
I made the joke in the SPD episode that Umbrella was basically just Frieza, and he basically is just Frieza, yeah.
And he's amazing. All he needed to say was "Hello, monkeys." It'd be great.
Actually, as a villain, he works really well. He's not some evil king or tyrant of an evil organization. He's just a black market arms dealer that
bro just wants to make paper.
Pretty much.
He just wants to get paid.
Pretty much, and then we find out later on. Oh, he's actually a Rajolan who has been responsible for the destruction of several galaxies. So he's
fucking everybody in that show's blown up a galaxy. That's one of the things I want to briefly talk about with just the criminals in general is that and I brought it up earlier when we talked about the tone. Like the tone of the episodes are definitely lighter, but at the same time, like the criminals are usually like far worse than they have any real reason to be. Like, like the most generic monster of the week has like at least a double-digit body count if you're lucky.
Pretty much.
It's kind of crazy, just like how casually they'll bring up like, oh, they're wanted in like 12 systems and they've killed like 100 people each and they've all blown up planets and yada yada yada. It's like, okay, why the fuck are these guys still waiting around? Why haven't we executed them all yet? Like it's the whole existence of the judgment system and deleting criminals and all of that. It raises weird questions about the universe in general. Of like, well, why are there prisons if most of the alienizers just get executed? And the idea of the police having, the ability to completely assume whether a criminal is innocent or guilty basically at the press of a button.
Whoa.
They don't really get a choice or say in that matter, and they're immediately executed gangland style in the street. It raises a lot of questions about the setting and the rules of the setting that the show never really goes into detail about. And I mean, it makes Judge Dredd look a little subtle in places.
Yeah, but 10 years.
Definitely.
But at the same time, like literally every single criminal of the week has killed at least a dozen people, and they're usually like several $100,000 worth of property damage or theft or injury and all that. So it's like, okay, sure, it's fine that they're being executed because they're all awful people, but then like a lot of the times like the crimes that they're getting judged for just like feel fucking tacked on and have nothing to do with the episode. Like there are several episodes where Bond will just randomly bring up, oh, this criminal's committed several hundred acts of terrorism or theft or murder or whatever the fuck, just randomly, that has nothing to do with the plot of the episode. It's like, oh, I guess we just know that about them. Okay. Which is, I don't necessarily, not necessarily a problem with the writing, but it's more like, it fits weird with the tone where the show tends to have like a goofier tone, more or less, or a lighter tone, but then the criminals are all just like horrible, despicable, awful people, like almost cartoonishly so. But I think it's fine to a degree. I like that kind of, not necessarily variety, but I do like that they don't hesitate to be like, yeah, all of these are horrible, awful criminals who do horrible, awful things. No, they're not good people. Yes, they deserve to get blown up.
10 years later actually doesn't explain the legal aspects of it. They explain that there's a planet that actually has a slower time frame to where the judgment
that's 10 years after. That's not the show itself.
They at least brought it up, though. They at least filled in that little plot contrivance sometimes.
Yeah.
Though, okay, this is something I wanted to bring up. They're obviously supposed to be beat cops, right?
More more or less. I mean, they're special cops for special alien crime.
Because
but...
some of them, what they do, and it I think this may have also been said because I was watching detective shows at the same time. They're doing stuff. A lot of the cases they're doing would also involve a detective, but they're not. But they don't act like detectives. They act more like routine police officers.
And they're kind of a mix of everything. It seems like. See,
All
that's one thing I'm fine with. Where just like, oh, they're assigned to everything involving aliens. But on one hand, it's like, well, okay, if they're taking care of all of the aliens on Earth, why are there only 5 of them? Or is there only one base for the Dekarangers on Earth? Are there more Dekarangers on Earth? You know, does just only aliens live in Japan and nowhere else? Which, I mean, fine, that's a fine contrivance or whatever. But it's one of those weird things with the setting where it doesn't quite explore it, or every time they kind of fill it in with new info, like, oh yeah, there are just like hundreds of fucking Dekarangers out in the galaxy, but there's only 5 on Earth and they're only here in Japan. So, you know, I understand that's the usual like Sentai thing of like, oh, of course the heroes are going to be here in Japan because that's where the show is shot and that's all Japanese people, but it's whatever. There are a lot of the as fleshed out as the setting is and as fully realized as a lot of the elements are, a lot of the deeper elements kind of feel like it feels like there are holes in the ideas in the setting, and sometimes it's noticeable, but usually that's only in like the bad episodes where I'm just kind of bored and I'm not paying attention to what's actually happening and I'm noticing these holes, because usually the show's really exciting and things are happening and I like everything that's going on, so I'm not thinking about the gigantic contrivances that need to exist in order for the setting to make any sense.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of those things that, like, when you're so bored, you have to try and entertain yourself. Like what happened when we did Wizard, where I was so fucking bored, I had to think about how magic worked, because if I didn't, I would just kill myself.
Yeah.
So that's basically... Again, I didn't have so much of a problem with the setting so much, mainly because I kind of just accepted that, oh, well, these criminals are obviously evil people who do really fucked up shit, so I can kind of understand why they're just murdering them like nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
I will say it's pretty brutal, though.
With it necessarily, but I think it's one of those things where, like, my brain turns off, or I stop paying attention to the plot, and I'm just like, I'm thinking about this, just kind of like, because like occasionally they'll show that, oh, there are prisons and aliens do get locked up, but then like, okay, so I guess the Dekarangers are the only one who can order deletions, I guess, but maybe they can't. I don't know. It's whatever. Again, that's just me overthinking it, I think, because I otherwise like the setting and I do like how everything feels and everything works and everything makes sense to a degree. Mm-hmm. Everything kind of like feels natural with the setting. It's just the things that they don't talk about, my brain decides to go on a tangent and be like, man, this whole concept of the cops just straight up executing criminals in the street is kind of fucked up when you think about it.
Yeah, but I think the show itself I think the show itself explains itself just enough to where I don't have to really think about it. Because if it was just like, say, I don't know, random guy, all he did was like, I mean, I shouldn't say it like that, but the most he did was like kidnap somebody and they just chop his fucking brains out, then I'd be like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, I think if the show was, one, a little more serious than it is normally, and two, if they didn't also show that they do on occasion actually arrest people and not everybody gets deleted, I think that goes a little bit more into like Judge Dredd territory of like, okay, is this satire, or is this satire that failed at being satire? What is the distinction?
Yeah, I mean, again, like you said, Arakawa, he might have done that on purpose. I'm not sure.
Well, again, it definitely varies from writer to writer, because I think Arakawa's episodes have the better balance of it, but then I think, again, Takagami tends to do the more serious episodes, and that's where I tend to start noticing those a little bit more. Then you have like the goofier episodes of Yokode where I'm just kind of not paying attention because they're usually not the good episodes.
Yeah. No, I get you completely. But I think that's everything that we have for this show.
We didn't even really talk about Umbrella as a character because I mean.
Oh, that's right. We kind of just skipped over him.
Yeah.
We did kind of skip over him on a big tangent there. I fucking love him as a villain because he doesn't fucking do anything for most of the show, and normally you would think that's like a bad thing for a villain, but no, it works. This dude is just here to sell people robots and guns and shit, and then he's just here counting his paycheck, and he doesn't have to get involved with the plot like ever. Like it doesn't until like the fucking Dekarangers don't meet him until like 30 episodes in. They don't even know he's there. They don't even know who this fucking guy is. He's just around selling monsters and weapons and shit to people. And he's just, for no reason, he's just doing it to get fucking paid because he's evil. I love that about him. He's literally just a bad guy for bad guy's sake. And it works in a show like this. You don't need some overarching plot about, oh, there's a world conqueror coming and he's blown up planets and blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, that doesn't fucking work with the cop setting.
Yeah.
You don't need to have the fucking global conqueror or the big crime lord or whatever the fuck. Like, Time Ranger did it well when they had the crime lord, but the crime lord wasn't out fucking doing everything. It's like, all of his plans involved getting paid. And that's another problem where, we're not talking about that show. We're not talking about Time Force or whatever too, but that was another thing where they tried to make a more traditional villain for that, and it just doesn't work with the setting and everything because it doesn't fit the tone of like the cop setting of having an overarching villain. It doesn't work. It doesn't work with the regular beat police drama,
and it doesn't work with how the show's plot is, where there is no plot.
And see, that's what I liked about Umbrella as well, because like some people would take the idea of the villain never shows up as a bad thing, but no, honestly, I kind of like the idea of, whenever you have like bad guys just getting like random drugs or steroids or whatever the fuck, where Umbrella doesn't come out at all. I just like the idea of, oh well, obviously they got it from Umbrella. You just don't see him because he doesn't need to be seen. Like exactly. I like that idea of you don't need to see him to know that he's doing shit.
He doesn't even need,
and maybe he isn't even involved in this plot.
He doesn't.
You don't.
Yeah,
know.
we don't know.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Like with the Hell's siblings, he even says, "Oh, great, they're here now. Great, now I gotta. Oh man, I better leave this planet now. I'm gonna have to leave the planet now because even he knows I'm not working with." Well, I think he eventually does work with them after one of them dies. He starts saying, "Look, you know what? I'm gonna get on your good side. I'm gonna help you out." He shouldn't have to get his hands dirty. He's not the type of guy who would go in and get his hands dirty, except for the end where he's just plain pissed off at the Dekarangers for basically costing him so much money.
I like that too, that the only reason he even tries to fight the Dekarangers is just that he's just so fucking mad that these motherfuckers, these fucking mall cops, are wasting my money.
These
so
fucking
good.
monkeys are destroying my operations. It's time to teach them a lesson. Personal.
These are
quite literally, I love that about him, where it's just literally, you fuckers are costing me money. I don't give a shit about your planet. I don't give a shit about your fucking I don't give a shit about any of this. It's just the fact that you're costing me money. That's why I'm angry, and that's why I want to kill all of you. I love that.
That is such a great character arc for him too. Near the end, it was just like, I am personally inconvenienced by you people. It is time to get my revenge.
Pretty much.
It's actually really fucking great because like you don't see that often in any tokusatsu where it's literally just, look, you guys are just an inconvenience to me. I don't give a shit about world domination. You guys just pissed me off.
I just want to fucking get rid of the cops because it makes my job of doing crime easier. That's really his whole end motivation, is just like, I fucking hate the cops. It's like, sure, you don't need any deeper motivation than that. You're a fucking arms dealer. You're a fucking crime lord. Not even a crime lord. You're just some asshole
he's a black arms dealer.
He's just some criminal. He's just some guy, basically. Doesn't matter how many people he's killed. It's fucking not important because he's just here to commit crime.
Wait, is it?
You don't need a deeper motivation.
Is it black arms dealer or black market arms dealer?
It's the same thing.
It's African American arms dealer.
No, I wasn't. Dang
you
it.
fucking put it out there. I took it.
I didn't put it out there like that.
Yeah, you did. It's there. It's there.
Morty.
Can't take it back. You can't take it back, buddy.
Well, you're the reason I'm getting canceled then.
We've already been canceled. So
look, we've been canceled like 17 times. It doesn't matter.
Look, also we're banned in China apparently.
Probably banned in China. Probably banned in South Korea. I don't know.
But look, I agree.
Not banned in North Korea though. Weirdly enough, I don't know how that is.
I think Kim Jong-un just really likes us.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
He I mean,
he seems like he's a good judge of character. Weirdly enough,
probably yeah. We're so good.
Anyways,
honestly, I agree with you, Jay, on that one. He doesn't need like this. Abretta is the type of character that doesn't need this whole like, oh, tragic backstory and depressing. This is why I want revenge stuff. No, he's just literally, I want my money. I'll give you this. These guys are fucking with me. I'm mad at them now.
Yeah, here's $20. Shoot this guy for me. That's it. That's his motivation. Is I want to commit crime. Here's money. Give me money.
He
I'll
literally
give you
even
things.
says it.
I do like that. I do like the idea that a couple of times he really just goes up to somebody like, "Look, here's a $5. Kill this motherfucker.
Here's $50. Here's a gun. Shoot that."
He literally says
You know what to do."
In one of the later episodes, there's this like giant monster that's burrowed underneath the earth, and then another one comes in the same exact episode, and he says like, "Oh, you got to kill you don't kill the younger brother first because then don't kill the older brother first because then the younger brother gets the strength." But he literally says, "Oh, this thing's gonna nuke your planet. I'm gonna make this a whole breeding ground for these things. I'm gonna make a shit ton of money." His literal motivation is money.
I love that too because he's such a genre savvy villain of like, yeah, don't get yourself involved with the cops. I'm gonna stick around and have everybody else handle my problems. There's never any paper trail back to him. There's another weird thing too. It's like, oh yeah, I have all these contracts of everybody, and like I like that he even thinks to have fucking contracts with the villains. They never really like bring up the details of the contracts except for like one episode, and that's just an excuse so they can recycle old monsters. But
he's also
I like that they he's a businessman.
Yeah.
He's just an evil businessman. I like that.
We need more of these types of villains.
Yes, and again,
sorry, go on.
I went briefly there. It reminds me a little bit of Time Ranger, where the villains, Don Del Nero, his fucking end goal was just making money. He didn't have any grand scheme. He didn't want to destroy the Earth or destroy time or, something mutants. He is just here to fucking steal shit and get paid. That's his whole end goal. And he was a very entertaining villain. And it worked with that show. Every other like hero kind of like where like the Rangers or the writer or whatever is like, they have a position of authority. Like they always try to make the villains they always try to give them these grandiose like world-ending schemes, like fucking like it worked with Drive because the Roidmudes were basically terrorists and they were trying to take over the world for something whatever. It worked in Drive, but then you look at like Lupat, like I fucking gave up halfway, so like I don't even remember what the villain's end goal was. It was like,
even I forgot, and I watched the whole thing.
Or like
I don't remember,
check Ghost Sager. What the fuck was going on there?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Like, still, like that's the thing is like every other show that's kind of done a similar setting where like the Rangers have a position of authority and they're not just being heroes to be heroes. They're heroes as a job. Like they always try to do like the world-ending threats or whatever, and it's like they do the villains want to take over the world or blah 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 blah. And again, that was the thing we talked about with SPD, where like Grum does not fucking need to be here. We don't need to have a fucking dimensional conqueror in this show about fucking cops. It doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense.
Broodwing would have worked just fine.
Because Broodwing was basically
Abretta,
the same character.
Because he was just Umbrella. He was just there. He's just like, they didn't change him at all until the end when they completely fucked up his character arc in the ending. But we talked about that already.
Yes, we did. Go listen to that episode.
Yeah, just go listen to my rant again about how they fucked up Broodwing at the end of the show. But yeah, it's so weird how I'm describing this character of like, oh, his motivation is to just fucking make money. He has no grandiose scheme. He's barely like a villain at all. He's barely involved in the plot. Like that sounds like it's a fucking poorly written villain. It sounds like the most boring shit you've ever heard, but no. It works because the setting makes it work. The episodes make it work. The writing makes the character work, and also again because he's Ryusei Nakao, he's literally Frieza playing Frieza again. He's got that natural charisma with his voice and his delivery that just makes the character so entertaining.
He just sounds slimy. He
Just
sounds like a slimy sumbitch.
He sound like, again, Nakao said this when he described his Frieza voice, is like, I voiced him after like a used car salesman, and that's very much the personality that he gives to Umbrella. Is like, he's just like the slimiest, scummiest like salesman you've ever met in your life.
And I love him for it.
He's
Honestly, dude, I love him for it. Every time he's on screen, I'm like, yeah, I want more of this. Please, more of this. Give us way more of this. But that's Umbrella, and honestly, I know you mentioned this before when we did it a while ago. I do like the idea that the whole thing with the villains, again, they're not part of some evil organization. They're just criminals. They're just sometimes they're literally just thugs off the street. Like, it's great. I love it. Like, they're not part of an organization. They're just random assholes. Sometimes they'll have a bigger plan. Sometimes they'll have a bigger plan, but for the most part, they're just random guys. They're just villains. They're
like
bad people.
Like, occasionally they bring up like, oh yeah, there just happens to be a mafia around, and very occasionally they'll have a member of the mafia. It's like, this crime is being financed by them or whatever. It's like it doesn't matter. They're just there as like a background element. That's just the setting. That's just set dressing.
Exactly, and it's great. But I think that's really everything we have to say about it, because there's really not much to say. Again,
well,
it sounds bad, but there's not much to say about the show as a whole because it's very episodic, and if we wanted to review the show as a whole exactly, we'd have to go through every episode. Really,
a few things I want to talk about too are, for starters, there's just the action in general in this show is very good.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
There's a wonderful use of practical effects. There's a wonderful use of honestly, I forgot that Sakamoto didn't direct this. This is not Sakamoto, because I remember looking that up when we did SPD, because it's like, oh yeah, they just used the same director again. I'm like, no, it's not him. But the action direction is almost, if not better than Sakamoto is in many regards, because it's got a really good framing for the angles. They really utilize the set lighting, and they really utilize the special effects and the stunt actors really well. There are at least once an episode we have a big crowd scene of villains. Like, at least once an episode we have them going up against like 12 dudes at once. It's great. And there's constantly action going on. Even like the most boring, unexciting moments have really good direction, really good cinematography. The lighting is really gorgeous in a lot of scenes, and granted, sometimes it's a little flat, a little boring. Like whenever they're in like the command center is really brightly lit, which I think again is like, it's a good comparison of like the tone, where everything's kind of usually really brightly lit whenever they're in the base, and that's usually when like the more lighthearted moments are happening. And then you compare that to SPD, where everything's just kind of drab and dark all the time, even when like the plot doesn't require it to be, and it's just kind of like it's just another nice attention to detail. But the action is really good. It's a nice mix of hand-to-hand martial arts and weapon-based stuff, because obviously they're cops, they have guns. You got fucking Bond doing Jeet Kune Do, but with his gun. He's got literal gun fu, which I don't think they've ever done before or after in Sentai. The weapons are a little lame, admittedly. Like, they've got it's sometimes like a baton, sometimes it's a gun, and they can
There's the D rod and the D stick. The stick is the thicker one, and the rod is the thinner one.
Yeah, it looks the same. I'm not a big fan of the modular weapon. I like their standard pistols because it's very futuristic looking.
That is true.
And of course you have Krueger's sword, which is fucking badass. And I'm surprised they haven't done an artisan remake of it yet.
I want that. Oh, I would get that. Imagine if they did that with Sword Altair as well. Like, notice he calls it D Sword.
I don't think anybody remembers that
D Sword. Remember, he calls it D Sword Altair, D Sword Vega, which means that he's designated as a Dekaranger arms. But the other one was just called Sword Altair. So I just like that little detail that's his standard.
That was a nice little attention to detail.
Also, the sword is a rifle, apparently.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. Yeah, he only does it like once or twice, and then Jasmine. I remember because like he does it once in like the first episode he transforms, and then Jasmine again did it in the finale. He was like, "What the like? Oh yeah, that's right. It can shoot fireballs. I guess whatever."
Then you got,
but yeah, all the action is really good. The direction's really
and
good.
then you got the D revolver, the freaking rifle.
Oh yeah, the SWAT mode upgrade is one of my favorite super forms in Sentai because it's just
it works.
It's very sleek. It's very padded down. It's not gaudy like every single like almost every other power up form in the 2000s was some sort of like fucking gaudy gold thing with a billion like gems and shiny bits on it. Like fucking look at Abare Max. That thing is hideous.
Yeah.
And then you look at the Super Magi Rangers, and there was what do they call them? They were the Legend form or whatever the fuck they were called.
Legend in America, but it's supposed to be I think the. I honestly I forgot.
Doesn't matter.
I forgot.
Like those were ugly. A lot of just the other upgrade forms around this time were just ugly, and I think SWAT mode is one of the ones that just actually works.
Well, SWAT makes sense because SWAT is like
because it makes sense with the setting, and it's a nice subdued form, and there's very little that changes between the base suits and the upgrade. And I like that.
And I love Bond's Fire Squad vest. I love that little detail that he's still Deca Red, but he gets like a special vest for the fact that he's a part of a special organization.
Well, that's not in the show, so that doesn't really count.
It's not in the show,
personally, I think it looks like shit, but we'll save that for whenever we do that movie.
Honestly, I do agree with you. Like that, with me, it's more SWAT mode feels like a proper like upgrade. It feels like a proper upgrade that they would get. And another branch of police action. Like this is like when they go into that mode, they go into like strategic. They go into strategy. They go into formation, and I love it.
Yes, it's almost like one of the words in SWAT is tactics.
Once again, anyways, really stretching those IQ points.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna hit.
The soundtrack in this show is also fucking amazing.
The soundtrack in this show is perfect for what
it's great.
It is, dude. It's great.
You've got predominantly it's like an electro synth kind of vibe, and then occasionally you get the more jazzy vibes with the noir elements. And overall, the soundtrack is really nice and varied, and all of the songs are really memorable because you start listening to a bit of a song, you can remember, oh, okay, they used this in this scene, this scene, this scene. This is kind of the general vibe they used for it. Like all of the songs carry a nice vibe to the setting and the scenes, and it works really well. And this is also a show where we actually fucking got insert songs again, and every single one is great because basically every single one is Psychic Lover, and they're all fucking amazing. And of course we have Krueger's theme by the absolute legend Sasaki Isao, which is fucking great. It's his fucking favorite song in Sentai. Deca Break's theme kind of sucks, admittedly. It's a little weak. I'm not a big fan of Deca Wing Robo's theme either.
They only really used it like once or twice.
Yeah, they only used the full versions of the inserts. They really only used like once or twice, and then usually they did instrumental ones, and all of the instrumental ones work good as well. Like you don't necessarily need the lyrics for most of them. But again, like I think it's weird because Deca Break's one is better without the lyrics because I think was it I don't remember if it was Kageyama or Endo. I think it was Masaki Endo. I think whoever, I don't remember which one of the two because they sound pretty much identical, but he was really kind of phoning it in with that one, and it's not that good. But same with Deca Wing Robo's theme. That one really felt phoned in. But then you listen to like the instrumental ones, and it's like, oh, this is really good. I like this. Why did they put lyrics on it? But all of the songs in the show are just fantastic. I love the entire soundtrack.
Honestly, dude, just to go back real quick. I think my favorite parts of the fights were just the fact that they allowed them to breathe, as in they pulled the camera back, because that's my fucking biggest pet peeve with any fight in any sort of media, where it's just like you have to be really into the fucking shot. It's like I can't see what's going on. I don't know who's punching. I don't know what's going on. But no, this one they're like, nope, bring the camera back and let all the action happen. And I'm like, yep, this is good. This is good.
Oh, yeah.
I like this.
Good. Kino. Good.
Well. I think that's about it, everybody. I think.
That's everything I can think of, at least.
Yeah.
Just going over the base show and not doing anything else.
Well, you know what, Jay? What are your final thoughts?
Well,
You hated
I think
it.
Dekaranger sucks.
I know
I think
you
it's a
do.
terrible show. Nobody should watch it.
It really is a fucking awful show.
Worse than
Literally,
Ghost
what were we
Ager.
thinking watching this? No, well, no, let's not go that far. No, well, look, I've said it a dozen times before, and I'll say it another dozen times before I die, but Dekaranger is absolutely the best Sentai. It is my favorite Sentai. I don't think Sentai will ever be as good as Dekaranger was again. I think it's a perfect blend of just every single element of it is just amazing. There are definitely flaws, as I've discussed, but I think it's very noticeable, just like the difference in quality just before and after. Because, like, not to say that every show before this was terrible. Like, there was a lot of really good Sentai shows before this, but then, like, it's kind of weird how after Dekaranger, there's just kind of this decline in quality overall, where you go from shows that are like, okay, they're more mixed in tone, or they got some problems, and it's like, it's almost weird where it's like nothing has been able to be as good as Dekaranger since. And I know that's a little bit of favoritism there, but like every single show has had some kind of glaring flaw about it, one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Dekaranger was the last like perfect one. Dekaranger is the last like truly perfect Sentai, in my opinion.
Well,
I think it's noticeable considering that it literally fucking won an award for best sci-fi drama the year it came out. It is, of course, one of 4 winners of the Nebula Sci-Fi Award, the Seiyun Sci-Fi Award, the incredibly prestigious writing award for sci-fi in Japan.
Damn.
The only other Toku winners are Ultraman Tiga and Kamen Rider Kuga, and I think Zet won one as well. And just to give you an idea of some, let me just pull up a list here. Give me a second. Just to give you a list of this isn't like a nonsense award. This isn't like something like, oh, they just give out to stuff. Let me just go through the list here of some previous winners. We have Clockwork Orange, Space Battleship Yamato, Blade Runner, Wings of Hanayamasei, Nausicaa, Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist, and I think Legends of the Galactic Heroes won, but I'm not seeing it here on this list I have pulled up at the immediate moment. So it's a lot of like actually like really big famous sci-fi stuff that this is kind of winning
Important
against.
stuff.
Like this important sci-fi works. Like this isn't just like a meaningless award that they give out. It's not like a best toys award. This is like, this show is just that fucking good. It won this is that fucking good kind of award.
Again, I stayed up for about 48 hours, and Jay is somehow more exhausted than I am.
It's cuz I don't sleep. Like 80% of my
negative
blood is
sleep.
caffeine.
I'll go second. I wouldn't go as far as Jay is saying it's the most perfect thing that's ever existed, but I think Jay is also kind of being a little hyperbolic there as usual.
Well, I mean, like I said, I definitely do have a little bit of favoritism in what I'm saying, but
Yeah, but like I said, I wouldn't go so far as saying it's perfect, but I will go as far as saying that it's my favorite Sentai. Of all the ones that we've seen, and all the ones that I've seen on my own time, yeah, it's my favorite. Because, and I know that sounds bad, because, I mean, look at the ones that we reviewed. Like, we've reviewed Doggy Ranger, and Go Buster, and Go Sager, and we reviewed some shitty Sentais. Yes, I get it. But to go from Ninja, which was our last Sentai, to this is a smack in the fucking face. It is a fucking smack in the face. But I will say there are a few things that do keep me from making it be like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever since sliced Homo Jesus. But I will also say that this show is fantastic. The characters, for the most part, all of them are great. I have a soft spot for all of them. The music is fantastic. The fight scenes are fantastic. The story, well, I shouldn't say the story, but the plots of each episode are fun. Even if there's one that's not even particularly good, there's still things in it that still outweigh the overall boringness of the fucking episode. And there's just some legit episodes in this season that make me think, why don't we have more of this? Fuck all the shit that we've gotten for the past 5 years. You know, fuck Loopat and all that shit. Why don't we have more of this? And I know Arakawa tried to do it a little bit with Kira Major and didn't particularly succeed, but it's still a step in the right direction. And after seeing this, God, I can't wait for the day we get another one of these. I can't, because this was great. But that's me. I would, again, it's my favorite Sentai at this moment. I don't know. Maybe Live Man will be the best Sentai ever. We'll never know. But
I don't know. Live Man is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe when we finally watch Jacka and who's the one who killed himself? Orange?
No, that was Yellow from Go Ranger.
That was Go Ranger, and Yellow killed himself. Yes.
Oh, it's fine.
Although it's funny you say that because Orange did die in Jacka. No, wait, no. There was no Orange in Jacka. That was Battle Fever. Never mind.
Jacka.
They're all the same.
No,
all of them
not.
are the same. They're all the same goddamn thing. They all look the same.
Wow. Canceled.
I mean, of course. I mean, look, man. All I gotta do is make another video on Kenzan, and someone's gonna get mad. So, anyways. Yes. Overall, great show. Loved it. Fun time. Pickles in. And Phil, your turn.
Honestly, this is honestly tied with one other Sentai as my favorite. It really is. This.
Go Seiger.
No, Shinkenger, actually.
Okay.
Honestly, I love this. I've always loved this show. I've always thought that it's got great writing. This is actually my second time watching it in full, but my fourth time watching it in general. Honestly, I've loved it. I every time I watch it, I enjoy it. I think the show's formula works. Sen is honestly my favorite character in the entire show and is honestly one of the best Green Rangers that in Sentai. Fight me over that. I will fight. I love the characters. I think Bon is a great Red Ranger. Doggy Krueger is badass. Honestly, you guys also said most of what I could say without repeating it. It's good. It's fun. It makes you it honestly really good. I love it. 10 out of 10.
If only Sentai was good now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a good Sentai nowadays, sadly.
There's not.
They're all awful. All awful. Especially Zenkaiger.
It's a shame that Sentai got canceled, you know.
I know. If they just didn't wear blackface, it would be fine.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny that we're probably not going to be able to make Sentai's going to get canceled jokes again for like another 5 years because Zenkaiger's like legitimately selling.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Next season is a Toshiki Inoue show. It could happen anytime.
Yeah, but you need
look, Jay.
You need to watch
Here's the thing,
Zenkaiger
though.
to understand what's going on because it's supposed to be a sequel.
Well, see, Jay. Here's
God,
the thing.
I can't fucking believe it's actually a sequel. Like, I was so convinced that it was bullshit when they said that they would never do a sequel show ever again because the one time they tried it, it failed miserably. How the fuck is it actually a sequel?
I'll give you a hint. Toshiki Inoue.
You know what? That's fair. That works. That works.
Oh,
Dude, what if Toshiki Inoue, he's just been holding off writing any new shows and shit because he was saving it for this moment. Like, he was not writing any more Rider or Sentai until like Zenkaiger happened, right? And then one day he just comes into like John Toei's office and just dumps a 700 page treatment for Dawn Brothers. He's like, "Here we go. This is what I want to do. You're gonna give it to me."
You know what? That's entirely in character for the man. I believe it.
Look, see, the thing is, the only reason Sentai would get canceled is if people read his fucking writer novels, but that's only on Twitter, and Twitter's not a real place.
Nobody reads those, trust me.
They're not even translated.
No.
Actually, wait, no. The chapter where Marty gets raped is translated.
Of course, that's the most important.
Oh my
chapter.
god.
It's the only chapter that matters. It's so important to her character, obviously.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Kaiksa really goes in depth.
It's very well. He goes in depth more ways than one.
Oh my.
Someone's gonna get mad about that. Anyways, but yes, let's spin the wheel.
Oh no.
Yes. Let's
What
see
are
what
you
we get.
afraid? Are you afraid of the wheel?
Yes.
Do not be afraid, my child.
Fear not. we mean you no harm.
Biblically accurate wheels. Yeah.
Oh God! Don't even start. It looks like a fucking eyeball, dude. So
All right.
I can already hear the.
Just spin it.
Are you sure you want me to spin it, Phil? Are you sure?
Rattle me bones.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if Phil wants me to.
I
Spin
don't
it.
want
He
you to
sounds
spin
kinda-
it.
He
But
sounds kind of fucking scared.
yeah, because
He sounds
I
petrified.
just do
Why are you
it.
scared, Phil? Are you? Do you think we're gonna get Ghost or something?
I'm not. If we get Ghost, I ain't doing it. If we do Ghost, I ain't doing it. You're on your own on that one.
Phil, you have no idea how close we were right there.
I am not doing. No.
No, we're not doing Ghost. We're not doing Ghost. Don't worry. We're doing something, but it ain't Ghost. It ain't Ghost.
It's done, isn't it?
Oh Jesus.
Oh no.
It's what?
Don't. Oh no.
No, wait. What do we? Wait. What did you say, Phil?
I said it
It's a
landed,
gun.
didn't it?
Yes. I mean, I've been just clicking it just for suspense. Also because I like clicking. We are doing. Yes, this does have subtitles. Because of course it does. We are doing. Let me put this here. Piece of fucking shit. I hate this fucking.
That's a good.
Live, everybody.
Piece of fucking shit. That's a great show.
Is that a
Oh,
show?
I didn't realize we were doing Shinkenger.
Oh. Oh, Jay. What the fuck? We don't look, Jay. We know that we don't get canceled for what we say on this podcast.
Oh, no.
We get canceled because we dunk on people. You don't dunk on them too hard.
That's fair.
You can't dunk on them too hard, or they'll say that you called their mom fat or something.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the entire show of Shinkenger is gonna get mad I made fun of their mom. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying the show. I'm saying the people who make videos about it.
Fair enough. Okay, so enough of the blue ball, and what are we doing?
You want to know?
Yes.
Yes,
wanna
I want to go.
I need to eat dinner, you jack.
Oh man, Phil needs to eat his din.
Yeah, I do.
Eat his fucking chicken tendies.
Baby needs to have food to sustain himself. He just hasn't learned how to photosynthesize.
Actually, I could
Imagine
go,
not.
actually, I
Imagine
could go for
not
a chicken
photo.
sandwich right now.
Imagine needing
I
physical
might order that.
food items to consume to
actually
gain
might do
energy.
that.
Imagine not just plugging yourself into the wall.
Oh, I might do that.
Right?
I might actually order. I might DoorDash.
Plug yourself into a wall.
No, get a chicken sandwich.
Like that fucking video of a guy who put like the guy who stuck his dick in a fucking power outlet.
God, I knew that. That's
Oh!
exactly what I was about to say. How did you know?
Can we?
Because I've seen that video too, and it's fucking ridiculous.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
it's a classic.
Let's get on with it.
Phil actually wants to know what we're doing.
Just do it. It's 8:00 over here.
Are we really gonna do another show?
Maybe we're just canceled. I mean, again, we've been saying it for like I don't know how many
We
times.
are literally canceled.
All right, then I guess
Metaphorically.
this is our last episode. Then I guess.
Yeah, no, we're not ending on fucking Dekaranger.
Ugh.
We're not gonna end on Dekaranger. Fuck you.
Well,
No, we're gonna end on whatever the fucking wheel said we're doing next.
So what you're saying is we're the wheel's gonna land. We're gonna say we're gonna do it, and we just don't do it.
just
We're
tell me
it's gonna be
what
like
it
do
is.
It wouldn't be the first time.
All right, Phil. All right.
does-
Enough blue
does Jay
balling.
know-
The wheel has decided.
Does Jay know?
No, I don't. This is unscripted. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Just show us, damn it.
I think it's just how mad Phil's getting that's making me not want to say it.
Honestly, yeah. Let's just end the episode here and then just
You just don't
wait
tell
until
Phil.
the episode goes up to tell him.
Oh,
he left himself.
He left. That's fine. Hi, Phil.
Yeah, that's what I think. Just do it.
You sure?
I'm gonna kill him.
Live, everybody.
That's it. I'm booking my ticket to Texas right now to kick the crap.
Fine. The wheel has decided on Kamen Rider Ghost. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing Ghost. We are doing... Here we go. Put this on the thing. I just had to double check that it actually had subs, and luckily the guy who made the subs, it's still up.
Torrent?
Which means I don't have to... What?
Well, that's always good.
Is there a torrent?
No, it's not even. You don't even need to torrent it. It's literally just you can just literally download it. Thankfully, this guy is not. It's not some asshole who made us get a torrent with like 55 leeches or something. But yes, we are doing High School Heroes.
Oh, all right. Something recent. Nice.
If you don't know what that is, well, shut the fuck up. Wait till next week.
High School Heroes.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check this one out because I keep hearing good things about it. So,
it's gonna suck so much. It's gonna be
well, no,
terrible.
actually, Toei did make it. So
they did.
Yeah, it's.
I thought it wasn't made by Toei.
I think it was co-produced by them because it was on TV Asahi like there were other shows, but
Oh, you know what? It's that's probably why they got so many like old Sentai heroes in it.
Yeah. Why the fuck is Saber listed on the cast page? Oh no!
Oh
no way!
No!
No!
Oh no!
Shut the fuck up! No, he's not in it. He's not in it, is he? No.
I don't think
if
so.
If he's in it, I am going to shoot someone. Probably Phil.
Well, it has a listing here on the Sentai wiki, and Saber is listed here on the character page. So I don't know.
Maybe he's just in a magazine.
I hope. I kind of hope. I don't want more Saber.
No more Saber.
Nobody wants more Saber. Anyways, we'll see you guys for High School Hero. I'll send you guys where to get the subs. They're really easy to get unless you're stupid. So yes, we'll see you guys. This is only like 12 episodes. We could probably do it next week because it's like really short too. I think the episodes are actually shorter than actual like regular TV time. Anyways, so we'll see you guys for High School Heroes next week. Bye.
Bye.
All right.